last. And so which one are you trying to say this team's going to be? All right, both of you?
I have the over on their win total. So if you want to go through their defense and offense first, go ahead.
All right. We'll probably was going to pull the graphics up.
Yeah, they were a fun team last year, man. I know they started 0-8.
It's SHSU.
SHSU. It's the Houston State University.
Yeah, I mean they started at 0-8, but it was their first year in FBS.
Yeah. They were 3-9 last year, 2-6 in Conference USA. They are the 8th. They're tied for 8th in the preseason poll.
By the way, I feel like every new team in Conference USA has just been used as a stepping ground. Like
well,
FBS.
That's what they are.
Yeah,
Conference USA.
Well, we're gonna go into the FBS. Let's go to Conference USA.
Well, a few years ago, Conference USA got gutted by the American Conference, so they needed to take teams that were decent in the FCS that wanted to move up. So they had to take Sam Houston. Kennesaw needed to wait a year. That's why this conference has so many new teams.
Here's the thing here's why I believe you guys are wrong about Sam Houston State. And by no means am I sitting here claiming to be Sam Houston State expert or anything, but I will give you that even though their record was terrible, they were competitive in a lot of games. They covered the number in several of them. So it's not like Sam Houston State was getting blown out that last year. But what was the backbone of that team? The defense. They lost 7 starters. They're 78th in returning production on the defensive side of the ball. And that was the only part of the Sam Houston team that was respectable was their defense. Sure, they're bringing back 8 of their 11 offensive starters. Probably scroll down to their offensive stats. They were terrible. I mean, does adding Jase Bauer all of a sudden make this offense good? No. I mean, Jase Bauer, I think, has some potential. And I think that's part of the reason Andy likes Sam Houston State is because he likes Jase Bauer. Jase Bauer was a freshman. Yeah, I mean, he's not bad. He was a freshman with Central Michigan last year. They brought him in to play quarterback this year. That combined with the fact that they're returning a ton of starters. No question, Sam Houston State's offense should be improved. But I don't think you guys are realizing just how bad it was last year. It was absolutely terrible. They could not run the football at all. I believe they were the worst rushing team in the FBS last year. Actually, I have it right here. They were 130th in rushing success rate. So bringing in Jase Bauer, throwing him into this bad offense with no run game, what can he really do? I mean, what kind of improvement are we really expecting?
Well, they were also down 7 running backs last year because of injury.
Well, they're like you said, they're returning their leading rusher and their top 2 receivers. And they started awful. They won 3 of their last 4 games. Those are pretty decent teams they beat too. La Tech, Kennesaw sucks, but Middle Tennessee State, they beat them. That was a pretty good win. I thought they got better as the year went on. That helps. The running game, it'll still be very meh, but I think it'll be better with a new quarterback in there. I think that'll help open it up a little bit because, I mean, as much as Keegan Shoemaker was good, I
didn't even think he was even that bad.
He was all right. I think just Bauer's just such a significant upgrade. I mean, in the limited time he played, he was very good at Central Michigan. He had some very good games. He can do more. He's also he can run a lot. He can scramble, so that helps. That'll help the run game too. I just think, for me, I think they did fine adding. I think they didn't lose enough for me to be scared. I think they're going to go 6-6 because their schedule is kind of trash. They play an FCS game. That's going to be an easy win. They play Hawaii. That should be a win. New Mexico State, like we said, that should be a win. So there's a lot. I think this is more. There's so many winnable games on their schedule. There's a few that I'm like, there's a lot of toss-ups, but like, probably shouldn't lose to Kennesaw. Probably shouldn't lose to Jacksonville State. Like I said, they're playing at UC, which I believe is UC Irvine. Easy one, if anything. Like, there's a lot of easy games there that I think they're a bowl. I think they'll be bowl eligible when it's all said and done. They will be one of the teams that probably gets left out of being bowl eligible because of them being new. But I think there's 6 wins on their schedule. There's a good enough team to get. I
could see maybe they beat Hawaii at home. Okay. Other than that,
Louisiana Tech.
They're gonna go on I have them going on a 3-game losing
streak.
Don't
doubt Sonny Cumbie. Sonny Cumbie, man. Don't sleep on Sonny Cumbie. I expect Louisiana Tech to be improved as well.
Louisiana Tech will be pretty good because they're bringing back the same quarterback, I believe. Or no, they have the backup who was doing a pretty good job for Bachmeier last year when he didn't really do much.
So, okay, I'm giving you Hawaii. Where are the other okay, maybe
New Mexico State.
All right, here. I got New Mexico State. Their wins are going to be UC, Hawaii, New Mexico State, FIU, Kennesaw State.
What do you mean
and
UC?
Jack State.
What do you mean
it's
UC?
let me look. I just wrote down.
UCF? Are you talking about?
No.
I'm not winning at the bounce house.
Hold on. Let me get to the because it just says UC on mine, but
No, it's
What the
UCF.
hell is UC?
UCF. Okay, so the
It's a
UCF was a loss. There's a.
I
I have
lose
them
at
beating.
Rice too.
Yes, I have them. That is tighter
don't
though.
know.
That one I wrote as I wrote
I'm not
Paul
saying
Smith
it's
for that one.
crazy. What's the line on that? Hold on.
I don't know. Rice is also
Rice is laying
also
11 and a half.
Rice lost some home games last year that they
Upset.
should not have lost as well. That was another thing I looked at when I was looking at that game, because they lost the game to UConn at home last year. Rice was not a very good team last year, and I don't know that they'll be much better. They have a new quarterback in
So
there.
let's
too,
hear
so-
these losses. Let's hear these wins.
Well,
Andy.
I have Rice as a toss-up, so that could be a win.
Okay.
Hawaii, New Mexico State, FIU, Kennesaw, and Jacksonville State. That's 5 with
On
a
the road in
toss-up.
FIU is a
First
win?
of all, I don't appreciate.
I have it as a
the-
win. Yeah, I'm not.
Oh my
Bro,
God.
Did I
that's so
seem?
off.
For
Bro.
also, you guys are just throwing away Jacksonville State like it's a fuck. They're like so bad now. They're
I
not that
expect-
bad.
I
On the
don't
road in
expect them to be
dude,
that good.
That's a loss on the road. The wins that I see,
Well, that's why you
Kennesaw
have
State
the
and maybe Hawaii.
New
All
Mexico
right, so
State.
look. So listen, they finished 3-9 last year. There were 5 one-score games. They went 3-1 down the stretch. They have 8 starters back on
Their
offense.
defense is the only reason they were one-score games.
Let me talk. I agree with you that their defense got a lot worse. They lost a ton of players, but I still believe. I mean, their quarterbacks knew whether it's Hunter Watson as a junior signee, dual direct quarterback. They just won a national championship. I don't know where, but he did.
I know.
And Jase Bauer
Wait.
started 9 games for Central Michigan, but I still think Noah Smith, one of the best wideouts in the conference. They're going to jump up, I think, in terms of points. But I agree, they're going to give up a bunch. So they're only returning 4 starters, and they're playing a schedule that has great offenses, including a UCF game out of conference, which is going to be a blowout. But
Yeah, they're gonna get crushed now.
Platt should be a nice addition to the team. Probably going to start right away on the defensive line. This team isn't as bad as the record was last year, so if they come out strong for once in a game, it's going to be completely different. I know their first quarter I think they were like minus 60 or something from last year. So I expect them to right the ship. I don't think it's 6-6. I'm not sure about a bowl. I think they're going to be 5-7 personally.
I see. Look at all the comments. Look at you guys. Everyone's like, "Oh, 5 one-score games." Like, not even take into consideration that the defense is the offense did nothing. The defense is the only reason that they were even there.
Well,
now
their offense improved. Their offense is going to be better.
How much better, Scoop?
They added a couple of guys from Power. Well, I guess not a Power 5 school anymore, but Oregon State guy that was pretty good on that team.
They added
couple
a
of those.
Beaver?
They added Swen, who is a Beaver, yes. Jimerson from Liberty, and Frazier from SMU. Those are pretty good PFF grade players that are coming in, and then it obviously dips down from there. But like they replaced some of the guys that left, so like it's not like they let them leave and didn't bring anybody in. I think if the defense is a little bit worse, like obviously it'll be bad, but if they're the same, I think their offense is going to be better. So